First shot we're going to shoot is called Big American. It's a Black Cat product. 8 shots. Here we go. Fell over. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. You guys saw me fall over, and I had the camera in the wrong hand. What is up, folks, and happy Wednesday afternoon. I've kind of lost track of days. 4th of July is a couple days away, and it's been a busy week, so haven't been able to get down to the ranch this week. But I'm hoping to get down there possibly tomorrow afternoon. We'll see how everything goes. But as you can see, my rainwater collector showed up, and I went and got a little bit of wood, so I'm gonna start working on a stand for my rainwater collector. I'll probably just kind of do a couple quick videos as I progress through it here, as I progress. You know what I mean. I kind of cut these boards at lunchtime, and I'm going to kind of put a quick coat of paint on these things, let them get dried up, flip them over, and then I'm going to start trying to get something put together here. I hate to say it, but I'm probably going to take my bird bath stand apart and use the legs, because I haven't seen a bird, I haven't seen a squirrel, I don't think I've seen a cricket up on this thing getting any water or any of the food. So we'll see what happens, but I'm probably going to take the bird bath stand apart and turn it into my rainwater collector. Here we go. All right, so just got the last coat of paint on these here, so I'm gonna let them set for about an hour. This is like the first day in maybe a month that it hasn't rained, so with my luck, now that I have my rainwater collector, which relies on rain, we'll have like a month where it doesn't rain at all. But anyway, so this is kind of how these things are supposed to set up against the house. A lot of people put a gutter up there. The gutter leads down into the water. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make the table big enough that I can set 2 right next to each other. So I'm going to try to make a pretty heavy duty table, try to get it to where 2 of them can go back to back, and then I'm going to put a strap around them both, and then that way I basically have 100 gallons of water potentially that could fill up. And again, you know, for the most part I'm going to use it to wash my hands, maybe boil up some water for something to eat, and you know, wash some dishes or something once I get done cooking. But not having any water on the ranch, I got a few ideas from a few people that I'm definitely going to look into. I know I was talking to my uncle who lives a little ways down the road, and he said his well was pretty deep, that it took over 100 feet before they found water. So if I have water on my property that's like 30 foot or less, I think I can set up an old-fashioned hand pump. Shane, thank you for that information. I kind of did some research on that, so I'm gonna look into that. But anyway, tomorrow, if I get a chance, I'm gonna go ahead and nail these together. I may go ahead and just keep the old bird bath stand here going, or take it down to the ranch. I have had 0 activity on it, so I think a bird landed on it for 1 second and like took off. So I don't know, not that I'm watching it all the time, but it doesn't even look like the food's been disturbed when I had the food up there. So I may try it out at the ranch and see if I have a little bit better luck with it being kind of a little bit more remote, and kind kind of like I was saying, I think I was telling Shane, you know, as much rain as it's got, they probably don't need a little bird bath. They probably have plenty of water floating around out there that they can get into and get themselves a bath. But anyway, I'm gonna go cook me something to eat real quick and get ready for Thursday. I got Thursday and Friday are gonna be 2 really busy days at work. Obviously the 4th of July being on Friday. Then about a half a day Saturday we're probably gonna work, and then it's a little bit of downtime, especially once things calm down. I'm gonna try to spend a lot more time out at the ranch, but I appreciate y'all. We'll talk soon. Well, my table's not big enough here to do what I need to do. I'm going to be working on a workbench too. I'm going to be working on a work table down there at the ranch at some point in time too. But I got to reposition this somewhere. July 3rd, by the way. Just got our first big wave of customers out of the way. Got a few minutes. I'm going to try to get this put together. Probably put another coat of paint on it. But I got to find a bigger table. Note to self, if I'm going to do projects like this, I have to have a big enough surface to actually put it together. Alright, so this is kind of what it'll look like. Then I'll be able to put another one on the back side, so they'll be back to each other. Then I'm going to strap around it. But I got to get going. It's starting to get busy again. Catch you in a minute. Alright, so I decided to move this operation down into the shade where I do have a table. This thing's attached to the trees, or I'd probably just try to bring it out there, but anyway, so I've kind of got this put together here, and I got a couple little coats of paint on it. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put a piece in the middle, give it a little more strength, probably a couple pieces just to give it a little bit more strength. But I'm gonna work down here probably for the rest of the day. Really, once I put this middle piece in, I'm just gonna measure it right now and then get it painted and then get it attached. And then after that, this is pretty well done until I go down to the camp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one of the posts out of the ground down there. I should be able to take 2 posts out of the ground that we're not going to end up using for our little lean-to structure out there. So I'm going to take 1 or 2 of those out of the ground, and I'm going to use those for the legs for this table, and I'll probably put the rest of it together out there. That way I don't have to haul this big old heavy table around with me. So I'm gonna do some measuring, go cut some wood, and then this thing will be just about done. Here we go. Yeah, so anyway, for anybody who hasn't seen this, this is my old camping hangout here by the house. I still have a couple Bigfoots I need to get down to the ranch. Most of this is probably going to stay here, but I haven't been down here in a while, and all these storms have just knocked down a whole bunch of trees. And that was kind of one thing that made me nervous about being in here, is there's just so many trees that a lot of these, I mean, you can't probably really see it, but like these branches coming out, like all of those seem like they're widow makers. It seems like a good wind and they're gonna fall down. I mean, you can see right here, That's fallen. That's fallen. There's another one over there that's fallen. So it was a little bit cluttered in here too, where I've got a little bit more room out at the ranch to move around. And again, I said this in another video, but you know, this wasn't my property, so I didn't really want to do a whole bunch and not be able to enjoy the benefits of doing it. So, you know, about a year after I started this project, I got the ranch. But again, I had to move this tree branch out of the way that had fallen. There's a big tree right there that fell, another one right there that fell, and all these storms and wind that we've been getting for the last month or so just knocked a whole bunch of this stuff down. So glad I wasn't set up out here in a tent or something and got a tree falling on my head. Anyway, I'm gonna go cut this piece of wood, get this little project wrapped up as far as I'm gonna get it until I go down the ranch. Alright, that fits pretty well. So I'm going to get it painted up. That'll make it actually a little bit tighter with a little bit of paint on there. Then I'll attach it. And then we'll add a couple little side pieces here. And that'll be done. Alright, we're going to let that dry for a little bit. Put another coat on her, let her dry for a little bit, flip her over, give it some more paint, attach to that. I'll catch you in a little bit. All right, well, a couple hours later, got this piece together. I'm gonna have to touch it up with some paint eventually, but I don't know if it caught that part where I was nailing this in at, which this camera every now and then kind of acts squirrely. It acts like it goes on, but then it acts like it, then it shuts off, and so I don't know if I got that part. You didn't miss a whole lot. I nailed this together. I got to put some touch-up paint on there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure and get a couple pieces going across here on both sides just to give it a little bit more extra support. It is still July 3rd. We're getting close to dark, so we're probably getting ready to get pretty busy with a bunch of retail customers. And I'm gonna try to go ahead and cut a couple of these pieces real quick and at least try to get a coat of paint on the pieces that I cut. And then probably won't be able to put the rest of the bracing in until tomorrow. But then I'm gonna get her loaded up in the truck, and I think Sunday I'm gonna head down to the ranch, meet up with my uncle. We're gonna pull a couple posts and basically move a couple posts from where they're at to where we want them to be. And then if all goes well, I may go ahead and get some wood and start wrapping that thing early next week. So I'll be back maybe tonight. If not, we'll be back tomorrow on July 4th. I hope everybody has a safe 4th of July. If you're going to get out tonight and do some stuff, have fun and be safe. And we'll catch you here in a little bit. Appreciate you. Got my pen. All right, so got a coat of paint on there. I'm gonna try to get another coat. It looks like it wants to, it's getting cloudy. I don't know if it's gonna rain. If it doesn't rain, it'd be like only the second day in 2 months that it hasn't rained. But we are still booming up here. Got a bunch of folks in the parking lot, so I'm gonna go get some lights turned on and let that set up for a little bit and try to get a second coat on it. So appreciate you. Note to self, my next table needs to be a little bit shorter. What is up, folks, and happy 4th of July. I know most of you I probably won't even get this video uploaded till tomorrow night sometime, so I do hope everybody has and had a fun, safe 4th of July weekend. We've been busy all morning. We got a little bit of a break, so I came down here to get those 2 pieces on. I need to add a little paint and do one more measurement, and this thing is going to be as far as it can go. I'm going to get it loaded up in my truck. I've got some wood that's going to be delivered tomorrow to take down to the ranch on Sunday. So we're gonna see how that goes tomorrow, and we're gonna see what happens Sunday. But I probably just got a couple more things to do on this. Anyway, we'll talk to you here in a little bit. I'm gonna go put a coat of paint on this one, make one more cut, get back to work. All right, it's about 4 o'clock on the 4th of July. Other than putting a little bit of touch-up paint on this, which I'll probably do here in a minute, just covering the nails I just drove in. This thing is pretty much done. Now I just have to carry it up to the truck. I don't know that I'm going to be able to film that because this thing's kind of heavy. But I just wanted to let you guys know that this is not AI generated. I do all my own stunts. Fell over. I heard a guy talking about that earlier on a little video I was watching at lunchtime, and like, I think we kind of talked about this, or I asked the question on one of my videos, you know, what everybody thought about AI. I think that people who are out here doing real things don't have anything to worry about. I'd much rather watch people doing real things than AI generated videos. But I like to work with my hands. I like to get dirty. I like to sweat. I don't think AI can do all that. So anyway, not AI generated. I do my own stunts. I'm gonna get a little bit of paint on this and touch it up. Then I'm gonna get it up to the truck, and this is pretty much done. You'll probably have to watch the next video to see me finish this project, because I'm gonna finish it out at the ranch. I'm gonna be taking my generator and my saw out there, my paint, and got a couple things I want to do out there. But it's the 4th of July, so I'm gonna shoot a few fireworks for you guys here once it starts getting dark. Like I said, this video probably won't be up till maybe tomorrow night, maybe even Sunday. We'll have to see what happens. But this little part of this project is done. Happy 4th of July. We're gonna shoot you some fireworks. All right, that is all done. Loaded up in the truck. Got my bases here for the legs of my tables. We're gonna go shoot some fireworks the next time I turn this thing on. All right, folks, it is just about dark time. Gonna give it a few more minutes. This first one that I am going to light is a Black Cat product called Big America. white, and blue burst. We're gonna give it a couple minutes and we'll light that one off. Fell over. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. Fell over. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. Oh. All right, this is called Big American. It's a black cat shot. Happy 4th of July, folks. Alright, we're gonna try not to mess this one up. This is Gunfighters from Hell. Alright, this is one of my absolute favorites. It's called Declassified. It's going to have a UFO come flying out of it. Here we go. That's fun. Well, folks, that was a pretty fun project and a pretty fun day. It is about 12:30 at night on the 4th, well, now the 5th of July. And I'm doing a little editing on this video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate all of you for sticking in, watching this video all the way through. I don't normally ask for likes and subscribes, but hey, if you like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. But it was a pretty great day to celebrate America's birthday, and I hope everybody had a fun, safe 4th of July. We'll catch you next time.